Hi, everybody. So today we're going to be doing a horror trivia day. It's pretty chill, I would say. So we're just going to wait for our Amazon Live audience to pop in. But that is kind of what we're going to be doing for the next, hopefully, hour. So if you do have time on this awesome Friday, please stop by. And you can do that over on amazon.com/live /dark side of the library. Let me get all the things down here. It's really cold in my house, so I've got like a very fluffy jacket on. All right, and if you are on Amazon Live, make sure to join us on our socials, which is all down here. We've got Facebook and Instagram, and we have a podcast as well. I don't know why that was so hard for me to remember. So first thing on the list today is our Elgato face cam. I'm just going to run through this super fast. So that's what I use. I'm not going to pull it off my screen. You couldn't see it because that's how you're seeing me. And then the next thing is the Blue Yeti. Both of these things are actually on sale right now, which is very cool. Excellent stuff. So check that out. All right, so I'm waiting for some of my people to come in from Amazon Live. We had a really chatty trivia game day on Wednesday, so I'm hoping that today people are actually going to come in and play these games. So I want to share this one because we never got to it last time. It is the horror trivia pursuit game. It is huge. So this is the ultimate edition. There's 1,800 questions covering all kinds of horror. So not just, movies, which is, I think, a focus for most of us, but it's got books and video games, all kinds of stuff. This is a fun game. You have your pretty standard Trivial Pursuit things in here, your whole map and whatnot. So I will probably ask a few questions on here to just warm us up a little bit. Trivial Pursuit, though, unfortunately, is tough. These questions are for serious horror nerds, and I would love to say I am one of those, but apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm not good enough. So here are our different sections in this game. We have Paranormal Monster, gore and disturbing psychological comedy, and slasher is kind of what it's all encompassing. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic. So I'm not going to share the whole board. We're just going to I'm going to ask a few questions, and hopefully you guys will come in and answer them with me. It's Friday, so, let's have a good time before we go into our weekend. Some people might be having a holiday weekend. Here are some of the pieces, though. They're kind of fun. So we have like a cool zombie hand, a brain with an axe. It's pretty cool. A lot other stuff. This is like oh my God, this is what I need to be in sometimes. Here is a torture device. Anyway, cool little figurine. So I'm going to ask a question. Hopefully you guys will come chat with me either on YouTube or Amazon Live, wherever. I'll try to keep tabs on both areas, and I'll try to post the questions as well so it's easy for people to see. Okay. And I'll try to find some easier questions because some of these are very hard. Okay. So the first question, we're going to go French here. So by the end of Raw, it's a French film from 2016. What does her insatiable appetite for meat make protagonist Justine? So let me write this down for you in these question thingies. Okay. So by the end of Raw, French film from 2016, what does her insatiable appetite for meat make protagonist Justine? I actually really enjoyed this movie personally. I thought it was everything I wanted in a gross. It's gory. It's gross. There's a few scenes in there that, and I'm not sensitive to this stuff, but there are a few scenes in this movie where I was like, oh no. So feel free to answer these questions. I know there's a bit of a delay on Amazon, and there might be one on YouTube. So, but feel free to give me a comment. What do you think the answer of this is? By the End of Raw, it's a French film. It was kind of a big deal in 2016 because it was pretty grotesque. What does her insatiable appetite for meat make protagonist Justine? And feel free to guess if you're not sure. That's totally acceptable. It's, you know, it's a game. All right. So I have no answers so far. I'll do a few more seconds and then we'll move on to our next question, which I should probably find before I give you the answer to this. All right. The answer to this is a cannibal. Simple. It's a cannibal. Okay. So let's do the next question. And I'll make sure to type this one out too. Who directed Mulholland Drive? Hello, Philip. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me today. Okay, so who directed? I am going to type this out because I think I said this incorrectly. Mulholland Drive. So here we go. Who directed this movie? Preferably no cheating, but I also understand it happens. But please don't. Just don't do it. So Philip was on fire last time, and we're doing right now this one. Whoops, I just dropped my whole life. So we're doing Trivial Pursuit. You guys were killing it last time, so I figured we would do something a little more difficult, and Trivial Pursuit is difficult. All right, so who directed this? David Lynch directed that movie. So let me move on to another question here. These ones are very difficult. So I need to, and there's actually quite a few foreign films in most of these questions. Okay, here's this one. In what university are the characters in Evil Dead students of? I said that weird. So at what university are the characters in Evil Dead from 1981 students of? Philip, you were doing so well last time, so I don't know. I kind of don't believe you. You were doing amazing. Okay, so at what university, let's spell this right, university are the characters from the Evil Dead 1981 students? I'm glad you're guessing because, like, you know, that's all I can ask for is just a guess. Ooh, I have a YouTube comment as well. Hi, Caitlin. Nice to see you. Oh, no, this is from Facebook. Hi. Wow, amazing. Perfect. So, yeah, feel free to comment on Facebook, on Amazon Live, YouTube, wherever you're watching from. All right. So, the question that I had, whoopsies, I meant to pop this one up. At what university are the characters from the Evil Dead 1981 students? And Philip from Amazon Live said UCLA, which, you know, that's a decent guess. I would probably say something like that. So I'll give you guys like a few more seconds and then we'll move on to the next question. Hopefully this one won't be too difficult. There's a lot of who directed this, who did what. Let's see if I can find something easier. Okay. So the university is actually Michigan State University. So we weren't close, Philip. It's okay, though. Hopefully I'll find something that's not too crazy. Wow. This is a lot. These are crazy difficult. Okay, so here's another one. Maybe this one will be a little easier. In Final Destination 2, so from 2003, how does death pursue the characters? Is it the order they escaped death or the reverse order they escaped death? So let me write this down. And it's multiple choice. You have 50-50 chance. So that's excellent. Let me remove this one and I'll type this one out. In Final Destination 2 from 2003, How does death pursue the characters? So I will just say, is it either A, the order they escaped it, or B, the reverse order they escaped it? So Philip says A. And I'll just give it a few seconds and then we'll move on. Hopefully, I can find some other questions like this one, a little easier. All right. So it's actually B. B is the answer. It's the reverse order that they escaped in. That's why it was a little difficult for them to remember who did what or where. Okay, so I'll do one more from the Trivial Pursuit, the big Trivial Pursuit game. It's fun, but it is really tough. This one's super tough. This one's definitely for people who are really into horror movies and games and all kinds of stuff. So this one is a bit about literature. What novel featured the debut of Hannibal Lecter? So this one's shouldn't be super hard, but it might be for some people. What novel featured the debut of Hannibal Lecter? All right, you got this, Philip. I believe in you. This one might be a trick question a little bit. So feel free to let me know. I can list off all of the. Hey, that's a solid answer, Philip. Silence of the Lambs, that was my first instinct as well. But then I realized that the first book in the series is actually Red Dragon. So I forgot that he actually did write it in chronological order. We just started the movie with Silence of the Lambs. Okay, so I'll move on to something a little easier because Mr. Philip is here with me. And I think this is harder for both of us. So let's do our regular, ordinary horror trivia. Oh, no. Actually, we were doing another game. Let's do this one if I can find it. It's that Ridley Bizarre Facts game. Oh, I don't have that actually on me. So let's do just the regular horror trivia game. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if you guys can name off all these things like you did before, because that was impressive. I'm actually opening a brand new deck because I think you guys were going through all of the other ones so quickly. Unfortunately, it looks like this one was actually sold out pretty fast. So let's see if you got this one. Okay, who directed the 1999 film Sleepy Hollow, which starred Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane? Let's see if you get this. Here we go. Who directed it? Big director. Always works with Johnny Depp. I feel like they're each other's favorite person. I've never actually done the research though. I should research that, Google, and see if the director and Johnny Depp have a pretty. They must. Johnny Depp is in almost every one of his films. Especially some of his later, more of late, it seems like Johnny Depp is featured in his films. So I'll give it a few seconds and hopefully we'll get some answers. Who directed the 1999 film Sleepy Hollow, which starred Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane? Oh no, Philip, it's okay. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. It's really hard. It's Tim Burton. Tim Burton is the answer to that question. Hi, Travel Diva. Now we've got two of my favorite people here. I'm very excited. Okay, So the next one, let's see if we can get this. All right. Okay, let's do this one. I've never seen this, but maybe you guys have. Set in the year 2455, where does the film Jason X take place? So let me write this one down. Set in the year 2455. What a great year that must be. Where does the film Jason X take place? I don't think I've ever seen this movie before. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. We're getting warmer here. All right, so Philip says it is a spaceship. So we'll see what Travel Diva says this time. There you go. See, now we're starting to fire up. You just needed a few practice questions. Yes, you guys are correct. It's outer space, spaceship, and that's, you know what, Philip, that is totally fine. I think that's excellent. Okay, so next question. What room number was Danny Torrance told to avoid in The Shining? So let me delete this and I'll write this one down. I don't think I actually remember. I should know this one. What room number was Danny Torrance? Oh my gosh. Torrance told to avoid in The Shining. That kid's face. I don't mean to be mean. I'm not trying to be, but like he has a scary, scared face. I don't know if that makes any sense, but when he's terrified, it actually terrified me. It's not the kid's cute, but I don't know if that all makes sense. Anyway, what room number is it, you guys? I don't know what room it is. Oh no, I'm sorry, Travel Diva. Yeah, go get your iPad. So yeah, what room number was Danny Torrance told to avoid in The Shining? I almost feel like he was told to avoid everything. That poor kid. Go bike around this hotel by yourself every single day for months. Okay. I'm going to wait for a couple more seconds for Philip and maybe for Travel Diva, and we'll see if maybe they have the correct answer. But I'm going to look for a new question as well as I'm doing this. Okay, I've got hopefully a good new question. Okay, so the number that Danny Torrance was told to avoid, and this seems awfully specific. I feel like you have to really know The Shining. Oh my God, Philip, you were really close. It's 237. So just missing the 7. I'm impressed. I remembered it started with a 2. But that was all my brain could muster. So I'm impressed. Like 23, that's pretty good for how many rooms there are in that movie. Okay, next question. What Wes Craven movie was inspired by the true story of a wild Scottish clan who murdered and cannibalized numerous people during the Middle Ages? Ooh, wow. I actually didn't know this. This is really interesting. What Wes Craven movie was inspired by the true story of a wild Scottish clan who murdered and cannibalized numerous people during the Middle Ages? Okay. Now I'm really curious about it. I want to find this, and I'll probably Google this later. I have a lot of things I have Googled between Wednesday and currently, so this is just going to be added to my list. Also, real quick, I am going to grab the other random facts box so that we can kind of mix and match. It doesn't always have to be horror. So hold on a second. Okay, so Travel Divas, hello, you're back. Yeah, it's actually The Hills Have Eyes. Good guess. And I wouldn't have thought that because the Scottish clan thing would have made me be like, oh, no, it's not. I mean, that's set in America. So good job. It is The Hills Have Eyes. Okay, next up. Ooh, Okay, this one should be easy. What was the name of Buffalo Bill's dog in The Silence of the Lambs? What was the name of Buffalo Bill's dog in Silence of the Lambs? That's one of my favorite movies. I have to admit it. I know so much about it. It might be a little embarrassing. So, what was the name of Buffalo Bill's dog in Silence of the Lambs? Hee hee. And while you guys are pondering it, did I say yes, the dog? So yeah, I I will explain the scene, I guess. So nice. Hello, Cheryl. Yes, good job. It is Precious. So it's the scene where I think it's the mayor's daughter is in the hole, and she manages to get Buffalo Bill's dog in the hole with her, and so the guy gets all mad, and that's kind of what the whole scene is, and the dog's name is Precious. Maybe that'll kind of get the memory going, jog the memory. Okay, so this one's easy. What was the name of the possessed doll in the 2013 movie The Conjuring? I don't even think I need to write this down, but I'll say it one more time. What was the name of the possessed doll in the 2013 movie The Conjuring? Thank you so much, Kimberly, for the follow. Yes, good. I think I need a new prescription. I thought it said Miha Kimberly, but it's Mua Kimberly. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, Travel Divas is Annabelle. I wonder if anybody else has any answers to this particular question. So for those of you that just joined me over on Amazon Live today, unfortunately, this horror trivia deck tends to go on and off being available and not. It's pretty good, and it's not as difficult as Trivial Pursuit. Trivial Pursuit, as Philip can attest to, and myself, it is hard. It has a lot of really tough questions. So if you want something really tough, Trivial Pursuit. But if you want something just a little easier, a horror trivia is a lot easier. Travel Diva, you are correct. So the name of the possessed doll from The Conjuring is Annabelle. All right. So let's do another one. What franchise has the most sequels? It's multiple choice. You have a 50-50 chance of getting this right. So which franchise has the most sequels? Is it Hellraiser or Friday the 13th? Damn, Philip didn't even let me finish. So, that's hilarious. That's awesome. Okay, so clearly Philip is correct. I didn't mean to give that away. I apologize. But Philip, you're on it. Fire today. Okay. Okay, let's see. I would not get this because I have not seen this before. What Clive Barker movie focuses on monsters who inhabit the underground city of Midian? So I'll write this one down because maybe seeing it, I don't know about you, but sometimes I need to actually see the question before it registers in my brain. Okay, what Clive Barker movie focuses on monsters who inhabit the underground city of Midian? I've never seen this before. CHUD? I don't know what that is. What is CHUD an acronym of, Philip? Or did you make it up? Cheesy 80s movies. Okay, so this Clive Barker movie, and yes, of course, it's cheesy because Hellraiser is also cheesy. It is Nightbreed. All right, so let me do one more question from this deck, and we'll move on to some of that weird trivia game. I'll give you multiple choice. It'll be a lot easier, especially for a Friday. My brain is really fried, so I understand. All right, so next question. The late Aaliyah starred in which 2002 movie based on the Anne Rice book series, The Vampire Chronicles? Let's see if I need to write this. The late Aaliyah, oh goodness, starred in which 2002 movie based on the Anne Rice book, The Vampire Chronicles? I really regret getting rid of my Vampire Chronicles. I used to have like the huge paperback of it, and I got rid of it for some reason. But I'd like to reread it again. All right, so I have the question posted here. Hopefully that helps. It's been a while since I've heard poor Aaliyah. All right, I'll give you guys a few seconds to kind of mull this one over, and then I'll find our final question from this horror trivia game, and then we'll move on to this more multiple choice, easier, bizarre facts trivia game. That one has some strange questions in there. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. There's a lot. I will do that one as our last question because I can't help it. All right. So the late Aaliyah starred in which 2002 movie based on the Anne Rice book, The Vampire Chronicles? Not quite Travel Diva. It is one of her vampire books. I believe there's 3 of them. So, oh boy, if I need, okay, so I'll give you multiple choice. Is it The Interview with the Vampire? Is it Lestat, or is it The Queen of the Damned? So there's your 3. And then once you guys figure it out. Okay, so Philip says Lestat. So is it Interview with the Vampire, Lestat, or Queen of the Damned? I'll wait for Travel Diva, and then we'll move on to my final question and get on to some awesome multiple choice answers. You are correct, Travel Diva. It is Queen of the Damned. So there, yeah, those are the 3 in her series. Also, check out the show, The Interview with the Vampire. I haven't done it myself, but it should be pretty good. Okay, our final question from this deck, which is the horror trivia deck here. Who directed the 2003 slasher film House of a Thousand Corpses? So who directed the 2003 movie House of 1,000 Corpses? I haven't seen that movie in a million years. I'm going to have to. Oh, man. Philip, whew, on it. When Philip knows, he knows. He's like, blah, I got it. It's awesome. So, Philip, you were correct. It is Rob Zombie. You guys are awesome. Okay, we're going to move on to our weird trivia game. So this is, let me get this in the carousel really fast. This is Bizarre Facts. And there's a whole bunch of cool table topic games that are all by the same game company. This one just happens to be weird. It's weird. So the way that this whole game is structured, I'm going to give you 4 multiple choice questions. I could give you just 2, so you have a 50-50 chance, and I might do that. So that's kind of how the game is laid out. And you can kind of create your own rules, really. There are rules on the box, but we're just playing. We're just going to do our own thing. Wow, I like that I picked questions that I did last time. Okay. What did Steve Jobs soak his feet in when he wanted to de-stress? Is it A puddle, B, a toilet, C, a bucket, or D, a ditch? What? This is wild. So that's why this game is called Bizarre Facts. So what did Steve Jobs soak his feet in when he wanted to de-stress? All right. So Philip says a toilet. So is it either a puddle, a toilet, a bucket, or a ditch? Steve Jobs. If you were alive today, there are questions. I have questions. I have a lot of questions. All right, Travel Diva. What say you? I'm going to look for the next question. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, so Travel Diva says it's a puddle. Actually, so it is a toilet. So that's weird. I don't know. Oh no, and Cheryl says a bucket. Oh my gosh, no. I like that you guys all chose different things. Sorry, I scratched my mic. I don't know why I do that. So it's a toilet. I don't know why. I hope he had like a designated foot soaking toilet and not just, oh my God. Okay, we're gonna move on. Jeez. I have a lot of questions too, Philip. That's just strange. Okay, so my next question. What type of fruit is a Bing? A Bing. Like the search engine? Search engine Bing. Okay. So is it an A, cherry, a B, pear, C, plum, and D, apple? I have to grab my phone because I have an alarm. But let me type this out. So Philip says cherry. Dot, hello, Dot. Hold on a second. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, I'm clearly so prepared. Okay, so what type of fruit is a Bing? Oh my gosh, you guys are doing different different answers again. That's awesome. So what type of fruit is a Bing? A cherry, pear, plum, or apple? Hello, everybody. All right. So, Philip, you are on fire today. I think you just needed a warm up earlier, which is fine. It is a cherry. You are kicking butts, all the butts today. Okay. Next up. Okay, I don't want to do that one. I lied. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay, so the Troxler effect makes you see what in a mirror or in the mirror? Is it A, a relative, B, nothing at all, C, an imaginary twin, or D, a monster? So let me write this one down, unless somebody is like, I mean, who knows? You guys are amazing. The Troxler effect makes you see what in the mirror? I apologize for my spelling error, but it's what it is. So, is it A, a relative, B, nothing, C, an imaginary twin, or is it D, monster? This is interesting. Okay, so Philip says an imaginary twin. Dot says nothing. So we have A, a relative, B, nothing, C, a twin, and D, a monster. All right, so it sounds like, okay, cool. Cheryl, good job. It is. It's a monster. So the Troxler effect apparently makes you see a monster. I wonder how that happens, how the Troxler effect, does that only affect children? Does that affect me when I'm waking up in the middle of the night? That's interesting. Okay, so here's a question. You know, I never got Bloody Mary, and it was always really disappointing. I was the one girl in the bathroom that wouldn't leave screaming because I was like, what are you guys doing? It was really embarrassing. People thought I was the weird one. I'm like, there's nothing there. There's nothing. Okay, so here's my next question. Which cult's followers believed that the earth was about to be recycled? Recycled. Okay, so is it A? Okay, so I might mispronounce some of these things and I apologize. Is it the Rajneesh movement? Is it B, the Raelian movement? Is it C, Scientology, or D, Heaven's Gate? And I apologize that if you are a Scientologist here and it referred to your belief system as a cult, I did not design these cards. So let me write this one down. Holy cow. Philip and Dot are just like, bam, Heaven's Gate. It's Heaven's Gate. Should I write this one down? It sounds like you guys have already gotten this one. I'll read it again. Okay. So which cult's followers believed that the earth was about to be recycled? Is it the Rajneesh movement? Is it the Raelian movement? The Scientology movement? Is it just Scientology or the Heaven's Gate people? So SCP says D. Hello and welcome to our trivia game today. I'm sorry, I don't have my eyes suck, so I'm squinting to see your name. I apologize. Okay. Wow, you guys are on it today. So it is Heaven's Gate. I'm sorry, Travel Diva. It was close. So if I did do multiple choice, Scientology and Heaven's Gate would be the ones like battling each other. Okay. So next we have this one's interesting. Okay. So the Washington National Cathedral features a gargoyle of which fictional character? Is it A, Spock, B, E.T., C, Predator, or D, Darth Vader? So I'll write this one down. This one's interesting. Oh my, that's caps. The Washington National Cathedral. Oh my goodness, I'm having a problem right now. Features a gargoyle of which fictional character? Okay, so I think Cheryl answered C. So we have A, Spock, so from Star Trek. We have B, E.T., C, Predator, or D, Darth Vader from Star Wars. And I think Cheryl was saying C, Predator. So I'll wait a few more seconds to see what other people may have answered. And Dot also says C. Wouldn't that be such a creepy gargoyle having Predator up there? You know, freak. I wouldn't go in that building, to be perfectly honest. Although if it was Alien, I'd be okay with that one too. Travel Diva also says C. Wow. And Philip, the Lone Ranger, says Spock. Okay, I'll wait just a few more seconds and see if anybody else answers. Okay, nobody got this one correct. And honestly, I'm not surprised because this one I would have been like, what? It's Darth Vader. So they have a gargoyle of Darth Vader at the Washington National Cathedral. Wild. So let's move on to our next one. I don't want to do that. That's too technical. Okay, so the name of which U.S. city was decided... Oh, wait. Yes, that's a weirdly... this sentence is weird. The name of which U.S. city was decided by tossing a coin. I will write this down because apparently I can't speak today. The name of which U.S. city was decided by tossing a coin. And here are your options. We have Boston, Portland, Cleveland, or Sacramento. I don't know how you would know this. I mean, unless you lived there. So I'll repeat the potential answers for you guys again. Is it A, Boston, B, Portland, C, Cleveland, or D, Sacramento? That one's weird. And I think that sentence is strange. I don't know why. It's not registering for my brain. So Cheryl says Cleveland. Philip says Sacramento. So let's see what else other people might have to say. And I'm going to try to find a better question. Cleveland. I'm from Cleveland. Okay. And then SCP says Portland. All right. And then I think Travel Diva is the only one I think I haven't heard from yet. So I'll wait just a few more seconds and then we'll move on. Okay. So the answer is Portland. So Portland apparently was named this way, but the other option would have been Boston. So you'd have to live there. I live in Seattle and I've never heard of that before. So that one was really hard. Okay, so here's our next question. Hopefully some of you guys like space. Okay, so which planet's density is so low that it would float in the water? Okay, so is it A, Neptune, B, Saturn, C, Uranus, or D, Mercury? So I'll write this one down. Oops. So which planet's density is so low that it would float in water? Wow, we've got a couple people already on this today. You guys are rocking it. Okay, so Philip says Neptune and Cheryl says Neptune. SCP. Oh my God. I love the characters on there. I wished I could emulate that. My niece is able to find like a cool little keyboard that does that. I feel old. I can't do that stuff. Okay, so is it A, Neptune, B, Saturn, C, Uranus, or D, Mercury? So we have Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, and we're waiting for Dot potentially. And I think that's about it. But interesting question. Dot says D, Mercury. So actually, SCP is correct. It is Saturn. And I'm wondering if it is because it's a gas. I went to science one time. I think it's a gassy planet. Look at me go. And I think Neptune, because I would have said Saturn or Neptune. So I don't know. Maybe I'm incorrect. Who knows? But it says it's Saturn. All right. So, this one's interesting. Which country's national anthem has no lyrics? So is it A, Spain, B, Italy, C, Greece, or D, Turkey? That's interesting. I think I would rather have a national anthem without lyrics personally. I don't know, because lyrics, words change all the time. What country's national anthem has no lyrics? Okay, so is it A, Spain, B, Italy, C, Greece, D, Turkey? I like how Travel D you say you're like F, none of them. I'm done. Okay, so I think so Dot says Turkey, SCP says Turkey, Philip says Turkey, everybody says Turkey, but actually it's Spain. Spain has no lyrics in their national anthem. Isn't that wild? That's not what I would have guessed. I probably also would have guessed Turkey. Okay. So let's move to this question. Okay. This one's cute. Oh, bye, Dot. Thank you so much for joining us. It was very fun. I hope we'll see you again sometime soon. All right. So here's my next question. What are followers of the Unification Church known as? Is it A, the Toonies, B, the Spoonies, C, Goonies, or D, Moonies? This is adorable. Oopsies. Okay. What are oopsies? Oh my god, you guys. Wow. You guys are on it already. I don't even need to type. I'll reread the question for a few of you. What are followers of the Unification Church known as? Toonies, Spoonies, Goonies, or Moonies? So Philip, SCP, and Cheryl all said Moonies. And I think we're waiting on Travel Diva. Oh, this is cute. I like this question. Oh my god. Yeah, you guys are rocking it. I've never even heard of the Unification Church. How did you know that? I'm impressed. Okay. So, on which item would you find an aglet or an adjulet? I'll write it down. Is it a shoelace, a belt, a hat, or a necklace? Okay. SCP says, did you know the Moonies own the New Yorker Hotel in Manhattan? No, I had no idea. I I need to read through all of these trivia questions and then figure out and just have better trivia facts in my brain. So Cheryl says a necklace, SCP says shoelace, and Philip says hat. So is it shoelace, belt, hat, or necklace? And I think we're waiting. Travel Diva, necklace. Okay, here we go. It is a shoelace. And I wish that I could tell you exactly where. Is that the little plastic bit to keep it all together? I'm not sure. Maybe SCP might know. Okay, next question. Lake Superior University used to have, reset. Lake Superior University used to issue licenses to hunt which creatures? Is it A, pixies, B, aliens, C, mermaids, or D, unicorns? Lake Superior University used to issue licenses. Why is that word so hard for me to spell? To hunt which creature? So I would have to agree with Cheryl and Philip. I would have guessed mermaids as well. That would have been my first, like, probably a mermaid. But unfortunately, that is not true. So I gave Travel Diva a huge hint. Well, not a hint, but you know, it's a little easier. Just a hair easier. Oh my god. Okay, there's so many cool questions in here. Okay, so the answer to this is unicorns. So Lake Superior University used to issue licenses to hunt unicorns. That's adorable and kind of hysterical. But I would have said mermaids because of Lake Superior. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Travel Diva. I'll make sure to do it twice over again. I apologize. Okay. So the legendary man in the Iron Mask was imprisoned in which country? Is it A, Spain, B, Germany, C, Italy, or D, France? And I probably would have guessed this one correctly just because I feel like they imprisoned a lot of people in history. Okay, I'll read off the choices again. So is it A, Spain, B, Germany, C, Italy, or D, France? So we have Cheryl said France, Philip and Travel Diva both said Spain. And SCP says Germany. All right. So the answer to that is actually France. And I wished I knew the historical context to that. I do not. Oh, this one's cute. I'm sure you guys will get this one. Okay. What does a Gentoo penguin give to his intended mate? Is it A, a fish, B, a kiss, C, a feather, or D, a pebble? So what does a Gentoo penguin give to his intended mate? A fish, a kiss, a feather, or a pebble? It's adorable. A little penguin giving anything, anybody, or anybody, anything would be adorable. So Cheryl and Philip both say pebble. And I'll wait a few more seconds for people to catch up a little bit. Whoa, that's an interesting question. Oh, Philip, that's adorable. God. Oh, geez. Oh no, Travel Diva, it's okay. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. And SCP, yeah, Amazon Live tends to be it's finicky. It can be a jerk. So I understand. Okay. So it is a pebble. You guys are correct. And that is adorable. I love it so much. Okay. So next question. Which country has no mosquitoes? And this is where I would love to live because who likes mosquitoes? Is it A, Iceland, B, Greenland, C, Norway, or D, Finland? And I like that they have them all in the same area because they're like, we know you guys are going to pick all of these. So is it A, Iceland, B, Greenland, C, Norway, or D, Finland? For which country has 0 mosquitoes? None. It makes me wonder about a few things. So Philip and Cheryl both say Greenland. So we'll see if SCP finally gets to reload a little bit. I'll wait a few seconds and then I'll give you guys the answer. These are hilarious questions. Oh my God, wild. Okay, so, oh dear, where did the question go? Of course, I lost it. Which country has no mosquitoes? Iceland, Greenland, Norway, or Finland? So I've waited. Hopefully SCP joins us again. So it is actually Iceland. And I would have said Greenland too, because I thought it would be a trick question. I would think, hey, mosquitoes don't like cold seasons. So I don't know what it is because Greenland is freaking cold. I don't know. So that's something I would definitely look up. Why Iceland has no mosquitoes, but Greenland does? So interesting. All right. So our next question is oh yeah, here it is. Which part of their body do sea cucumbers use for eating? Is it A, feet, B, eyes, C, ears, or D, tail? Oh, sea cucumbers. You guys are so weird. Philip says, my first thought was the isolation of Iceland. And yeah, I could totally see that too. But Greenland is fairly isolated. I mean, it's huge, but it's still fairly isolated, I would say, and icy. Who knows? Okay, so question. Which part of their body do sea cucumbers use for eating? Is it A, their feet, B, eyes, C, ears, or D, tails? Animals are so fun. They're just so strange. Oh my God. This next question is kind of hilarious too. All right. So Cheryl says eyes and Philip says feet. Hello, JC Mom of 3. It has been such a long time. Thank you for joining us. We are doing some weird, bizarre trivia. So definitely come and join us. I'll read the next question after I answer this one. So sea cucumbers use their feet for eating. It would be hilarious if it was their eyes, because then it would be like a whole fun pun where, you know, we always eat with our eyes first, but apparently sea cucumbers eat with their feet. All right. JC Mama 3 says, yes, it's been a while, been crazy busy. I know. Yeah. Holidays were a little crazy. And I don't know why, for at least for me this year, it seems really exhausting. It wasn't anything in particular. Just feel, I don't know, maybe 2020. See, I almost said 2002. Apparently 2023 is also exhausting. All right. Here's my next question. This one's kind of hilarious. In which U.S. state are citizens required by law to bathe at least once every year? The fact that there's a law for this is really crazy to me. So is it A, Nebraska, B, Kentucky, C, Maine, D, Iowa? I don't know why they needed a law for this. It makes me wonder. All right, so JC Mom of 3. Oh, come on. I was doing so well for such a long time. Hold up. I have to do something. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to try to mod it. I'm slow today. So I'll just keep going and ignore what's happening right now. So what country or what state, U.S. state, is required by law to bathe at least once every single year? All right. We're getting there. I am so sorry. Ugh. Okay, got it. It's yeah, it is Friday. I'm having some problems. I should have had this up. This used to happen like at least once a day, and I was on a roll. Like I was on a roll for at least 2 whole days not having this happen. And I was like, "Oh, man." I got too excited. Okay. So, Philip says Nebraska, Cheryl says Kentucky, and JC Mama 3 says Kentucky. So, oh yeah, I forgot about Stephen Farmer, my favorite troll of all time. I don't want to say that right now because I bet you $1 million he'll pop up and be like, oh, here I am, Stephen Farmer. Okay, so it's actually Kentucky is the answer. So good job, Cheryl and JC Mama 3. Yeah, I probably would have said Kentucky too, but it's also just like mean why I would have said it. Okay. Oh, okay. So we're going to start over SCP. I've got a new question coming in. All right. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. So as of 2018, what is the hottest chili pepper in the world? So things might have changed now. So it's a bit of a trick question. So is it a Scotch bonnet, B, a Naga viper, C, Carolina Reaper, or D, Trinidad Moruga scorpion? What is that? I've never even heard of that before. And a Naga viper? Am I just behind in the world? Okay. So I'll reread these peppers again because these two, I'm like, what? Has anybody else heard of a Naga viper or a Trinidad Moruga scorpion? Okay, so is it a Scotch bonnet, Naga viper, Carolina Reaper, or Trinidad Moruga scorpion? I love this. Oh my God, I've never heard of this before. Okay, so SCP, I'll give you a few seconds. Philip, Cheryl, and JC Mama 3 all say a Carolina Reaper. Oh no, I'm so sorry, SCP. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do games every Friday at 2 p.m. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for the follow. It was really wonderful having you here. I am only gonna be doing probably 2 more questions here, actually. So it's perfect timing, honestly. Yeah, see you guys next time. All right, so 2 more questions, and then we will see you next week. So, first question: what color were American stop signs until 1954? Were they A, yellow, B, green, C, blue, or D, white? I don't know how I would have answered this. See, I wish that I could guess with you guys, but I get the answer right off the bat. It's all one-sided, so I wish that I could actually participate. Thank you, Carhunt, for the follow. Thank you. Make sure to comment. Let me know some answers. Although I tend to lurk too, so I understand. Okay, so Philip says white, and I think I actually would have guessed white as well. So I'll repeat the question. What color were American stop signs until 1954? Is it yellow, green, blue, or white? Okay. So JC Mama 3 says I'd guess yellow, like the bus sign color. That's true. I definitely see the line of thinking for that as well. And Cheryl says blue. See, I actually can see an argument for white, blue, and yellow probably fairly equally. So it is yellow. Yellow is the correct answer. I don't know if I would ever think green, but that could just be my personal bias because why would you ever do green? Okay, so my final question, I want to get a good one for you guys. A good one. Let's see if I can find a good question to end the day. I don't know if I want to do this one. That one's a little gross. Here. I'll look for one more. Oh, hey, this is cool. I didn't know this. And I'm in Seattle. So a U.S. Navy base near Seattle is partly defended by what? Is it A, a jellyfish, B, whales, C, dolphins, or D, sharks? I feel a little more pride now living in Seattle, knowing that there is a creature partially defending our land. Thank you so much for your service. All right. So, sorry. Okay, so Philip said it's hard because film from before that time was black and white. That's true. I actually see that logic for sure. And then JC Mama 3 says blue would blend with the sky, white would blur with any lighting. Vision impairment, so color is a big deal. That's actually a good point too. I didn't really think about all of that. That's why red is so, that's why we have red and psychology. So Philip and Cheryl both say dolphin. I will repeat the question. A U.S. Navy base near Seattle is partly defended by what? Jellyfish, whales, dolphins, or sharks? All of which I think are kind of cool. I really do. I have a preference. Hello, Dixie. Welcome to this trivia game that we are doing. And Dixie says sharks. All right, so the answer is dolphins. Yes, I think sharks would be super cool, but jellyfish, if you could get a jellyfish to defend land, can you imagine just like a big jellyfish army? That would just be so cool too. All of it's really cool. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for participating in this trivia show. If you want to join us again, I know this was a little at the end. I'm sorry, Dixie. I wish you joined us a little earlier. I understand. We've got busy lives. I'm going to try to live stream every Friday at 2 p.m. So stay tuned for all of that. And come join us for trivia. I'll try to come up with some more trivia games, more dark oriented. Also join us. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dixie. I apologize. So if you guys do like dark reads at all, dark novels, horror, paranormal, any of that stuff, you can join us on our socials and on our podcast at Dark Side of the Library. We are a primarily book oriented, I don't know, service, but we like trivia games too. So yeah, stay tuned next Friday, 2 p.m. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for everybody that did participate. It means a lot. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you